HOA built a resort on my land without asking, so I sold it for millions and left them homeless. HOA stood on the edge of her family's land, the humid air thick with the scent of jasmine and betrayal. For generations, her ancestors had tended this slice of Vietnamese countryside, a verdant haven where rice paddies shimmered under the sun and mango trees bowed with fruit. It wasn't just dirt, it was her blood, her legacy. But now, bulldozers roared where her mother once sang lullabies, and Karen, a brash American resort developer, had claimed it as her own. No permission, no apology, just a smug smile and a contract HOA had never signed. Karen had arrived 6 months ago, her heels sinking into the soft earth as she waved blueprints for a luxury eco-resort. "This place is a gold mine," she'd said, her voice dripping with entitlement. "You'll thank me when it's done." HOA, a schoolteacher with a quiet strength honed by years of loss, had protested. She'd shown Karen the fated deed, the one her grandfather had clutched through wars and floods. Karen just laughed. Deeds don't matter when progress calls. The next day, construction began. HOA's pleas were drowned out by the whine of machinery. The village watched in uneasy silence. Many admired HOA's resolve but feared Karen's money. Whispers spread of bribes to local officials, of permits forged in backrooms. HOA's childhood friend, Min, a wiry farmer with a quick temper, urged her to fight. "They're stealing your soul," he said, his eyes burning. But HOA hesitated. She'd seen what happened to those who challenged power evictions, threats, broken spirits. Yet every night, as she lay in her small rented room, the memory of her mother's voice singing over the fields fueled her resolve. She wouldn't let Karen erase her. The breaking point came when Karen's crew uprooted the ancient banyan tree where HOA's father was buried. She found the sacred ground desecrated, roots torn out like veins. Rage surged, but HOA was no fool. She needed a plan, not an outburst. That's when she met Lynn, a young lawyer passing through the village. Lynn was an outsider, sharp and ambitious, with a knack for finding loopholes. Over tea in a cramped cafe, Lynn revealed a twist. Karen's permits were shaky, built on forged signatures and expired leases. HOA's deed, however, was ironclad. "You can't just stop her," Lynn said, her eyes gleaming. "You can destroy her." HOA spent weeks gathering evidence, her nights lit by candlelight as she pored over documents with Lynn. Min helped, too, sneaking photos of Karen's illegal construction. The trio worked in secret, knowing one misstep could cost them everything. Karen, oblivious, strutted through the village, promising jobs and prosperity. The resort rose-glass villas and infinity pools where HOA's memories once stood. But HOA was ready. She contacted a rival developer, a quiet tycoon who hated Karen's arrogance. He offered millions for the land, no questions asked. HOA signed the sale, her heart heavy but her resolve firm. The day of reckoning was chaos. Karen arrived to find her resort locked, security guards barring her entry. HOA stood at the gate, deed in hand, the new owner's team behind her. "This is my land," HOA said, her voice steady. "You built without asking. Now it's sold." Karen's face twisted in fury. "You can't do this. I've invested millions." HOA didn't flinch. "You stole my home. Now you have none." The village watched, stunned, as Karen's empire crumbled. Workers were sent home, equipment seized. Karen was left with nothing but her blueprints and her rage. But the victory was bitter. The new owner planned a bigger resort, one that would swallow the village's soul entirely. HOA had won her justice, but at what cost? Her land was gone, her memories paved over. Min, heartbroken, turned away from her, calling her selfish. Lynn moved on to her next case, leaving HOA alone. She'd sold her heritage for millions, but the money felt like ash. Standing on the empty road, HOA wondered if justice was worth the price. Her mother's songs were silent now, replaced by the hum of distant bulldozers. In the end, HOA left the village, her wealth a cold comfort. She donated most of it to rebuild schools, hoping to honor her family's legacy. But the pain lingered. Karen's downfall was a story whispered across the countryside, a cautionary tale of greed. Yet HOA's triumph felt hollow, a Pyrrhic victory that left her rootless. The land she'd fought for was gone, and with it, a piece of her soul. What do you think, was HOA's revenge justice, or did it cost too much?